in the dirt, gets away. Here comes Nando. He is safe.
This kid plays with a reckless abandon like no other.
11th straight win for the Friars at home, tying a team record. They'll try to break that record tonight at home again. From Petco Park in San Diego, the fans make their way in. It is Game 2 of the 4-game series between the New York Mets and the San Diego Padres. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo along with Mark Grant. Happy anniversary. This is the 5-year anniversary of the greatest trade the Padres have ever made. They got Fernando Tatis Jr.
We are so fortunate, so lucky to watch this kid play each and every night when he answers the bell, and this is it. My goodness. June 4th, 2016. A.J. Preller on the horn. James Shields goes to the White Sox. The White Sox were in the race in the AL Central. They needed veteran pitching. Padres get Fernando Tatis Jr., Eric Johnson, who pitched a little bit, had some injuries. Also, the White Sox received cash considerations. But what has this kid done for San Diego? Well, if this sounds like a broken record, I am sorry, but you're going to hear it again. He's a team player, but he's a one-man show. For night after night, he hits for average, power. He can run. He can throw. It's night after night. And you know what? The concessions go down when he's in the batter's box. He's always in scoring position with the long ball. He is just doing spectacular things. Last night, running the bases, always exciting. And to button this one up, congratulations, Fernando Tatis, what he's done as a Padres. And once again, Chicago White Sox, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Well, a very nice win for the Padres last night as they take Game 1 of the series, and the defense was really good last night.
This play last night was huge because if this run scores, it's going to tie the ball game. So let's go back to the pitch. Here it is. Manny Machado being the rover. It's Donnie's true 1-1, right? Will Myers goes towards Petco Porch. Does he have a bead on it? Is he going to try to catch it? Of course, but out of his reach, hits the wall. Manny Machado is literally feet away. He flash looks to the infield, gets it in quickly. McKinney goes to third base. If this ball gets by him and is not backed up, that ties the ball game. Great defense. You can always be somewhere to back up to help your ball club.
Coming up, how the Shark escaped. Mark Melanson secured his 18th save, setting the pace in the major leagues. As Bob Scanlon joins us next to discuss when we return on Bally Sports San Diego. Brought to you by Petco, official partner of the San Diego Padres. By Sequan Casino. Watch the Padres all season long at Sequan Casino Resort with exclusive prizes, game tickets, and more. By Nissan. Things are heating up at the Nissan Summer Sales Event. Find the one online or at your local Nissan store. And by Jack in the Box. Remember, when the Padres hit a home run tonight, you get a free Jumbo Jack tomorrow with a purchase of a large drink. It's Game 2 of the 4-game series between the Mets and Padres. Before we get it started, let's check in with Bob Scanlon.
Don, thank you so much. In an era where strikeouts and fastball velocity are the gold standard for Major League pitching, the Padres went out this offseason and found themselves an anomaly to help fill a big void on the back end of their bullpen. And that dare to be different is proving to be a stroke of genius, as there's been nobody in baseball that's closed more saves than their closer, Mark Melanson. And he hasn't done it by throwing 100-mile-an-hour fastballs by guys. He's used his experience, he's used his command, and he's used his guile with his curveball cutter combination to keep batters off balance. The strikeout, it's fascist, according to Crash Davis, and Mark Melanson feels the same way. He's done a great job of stranding runners in scoring position, using his defense. Last night, a great example. Manny Machado getting the first out. Then this, the 4-hit-assisted 3-double play started by Hassan Kim to lock down the victory and his 18th save of the season. In an era where brute strength is glorified, Mark Melanson showing that you can use your defense to be just as powerful and lock down the win. Well, it's a battle of the lefties. Blake Snell going for the Padres. He'll be going up against Joey Lucchesi, the former Padre. Can the Padres take advantage of their former teammate? We'll find out. Padres-Mets coming up next, right here on Bally Sports San Diego.
Well, he spins it, he finds that release point. The Mets are going to have a tough time tonight.
Manny Machado makes it look so easy. He's back, and he's back big. It's Fernando. Kim will touch second. Throw to first, double play. Padres win. Ready to go for Game 2 on a beautiful night from Petco Park in San Diego. It's time now for the weather report brought to you by HES Solar. 66 degrees, breeze at 7 miles per hour from the southwest. Mostly cloudy is the forecast for the remainder of the night. There are a few clouds around, but plenty of blue sky as the Padres try to make it 12 straight at home. Luis Rojas' starting lineup tonight for the New York Mets as Kevin Pillar back on top, and in left field, Francisco Lindor at shortstop with James McCann doing the catching. Pete Alonso had last night off, made a pinch hitting appearance. He's at first base. Brandon Drury at third. Billy McKinney's in right. Jose Peraza at second base with Mason Williams in center. And Joey Lucchesi, the pitcher, batting out of the 9th spot for New York. Blake Snell ready to go.
No place like home for Blake Snell. A nice 2.10 ERA makes his 12th start. We are ready to go. Stepping up to the mic is Don Orsillo. Donnie.
Thanks very much, Mudley. Here we go. Game 2 of the series.
Good win last night, huh?
It was a great win last night. And another save for Mark Melancon.
A lot of good things happening. Beating the first place Mets in their division.
It was a high flying ball headed out towards deep left center field. Profar back onto the dirt of the track, front of the wall to make the catch out there in deep left center. One of the deepest portions of Petco Park, one down.
Well, we just saw Jurickson Profar in center field. Tommy Pham in left. Will Myers will be in right. On the infield, good defense. Manny Machado at third. Tatis Jr. at short. Cronenworth at the keystone. Eric Hosmer at first. Webster Rivas putting down the signs for Blake Snell. Rivas, the battery for San Diego tonight.
One down in the first inning, and it brings up Francisco Lindor.
Boy, does Snell need a quick first inning. I think that's what he needs, Don. Be aggressive with the fastball, right? If he could throw fewer than, I'm just throwing a number out there, fewer than 13 pitches and get out of this first inning, little breather in the dugout, maybe get some offense going early, but I think he needs that for his psyche.
In there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Good velocity at 96 miles an hour from Blake Snell, who has good numbers here at Petco Park in San Diego. He's had a couple of tough, rough outings back to back, but both of those outings coming on the road. So one crank foul off to the right, out of play.
I think if you ask any athlete, whatever the sport may be, they love playing at home. I mean, they're familiar with it. The clubhouse, the surroundings. There's a lot going from your home to the ballpark. Maybe that's one of the things for Blake Snell. Loves the mound here at Petco.
Chop to third. Machado plays the high hop for out number 2. Well, when Padres pitchers K9, your K9 wins if the Padres strike out 9 or more batters in a game. All Padres fans can visit participating Petco locations the next day and receive free dog or cat treats with Pals rewards. Visit petco.com/PadresK9 for more details. 2 down in the first inning, and brings up James McCann. Batting out of the 3 spot, has 5 home runs so far in the year. .234 average and 19 RBIs. He checks into his 43rd game of the year. Last 6 games, he is 10 for 22, hot at the plate at .455, and he bats third for the Mets, and he'll take ball 1. Now Blake Snell overall comes in with a record of 1-2. Into his 12th start in a Padres uniform. A little bit low for ball 2.
You know, I look at a lot of things for Blake Snell. One comes to mind, and that's runs of support. You know, he's received 3 runs of support or fewer in all of his 11 starts this season.
Wow, I did not realize that.
That's not a lot of breathing room,
No.
right? And now I'm not saying that's the reason why he has the numbers. I mean, there's probably a lot more that go into that, but not a lot to work with. And the reason why, not a lot of decisions either. 12th start and a 1-2 record.
Here are the splits, and they are dramatic. 2.10 at home, 9.70 away from Petco Park.
Talked about that in the pregame show. That's one of those conundrums.
Swinging 3-0 and grounding one to Machado at third. That's out number 3, and a nice 1-2-3 first inning. Nicely done as Joey Lucchesi's coming out for the Mets. San Diego. The Mets don't score. They go down in order, and the Padres are coming up in the bottom of the first inning. Let's check out Jace Tingler's starting nine, brought to you by Mozzie Heating, Air, and Solar. Tommy Pham leading it off. He's in left field with Manny Machado at third base. Jake Cronenworth at second. Fernando Tatis Jr. is at short with Eric Hosmer at first base. Will Myers in right with Turks and Profar in center. Webster Rivas does the catching, bats eighth with Blake Snell, the pitcher, out of the 9 spot for San Diego. Old friend Joey Lucchesi on the mound tonight for the New York Mets.
It's good to see Joey Fuego out there. Making a career with the New York Mets now, makes his 6th start. Remember, he was a 4th rounder for San Diego back in 2016. The first of his draft class to make it to the big leagues. Something he could tell his kids someday. He's got the curve, he's got the fastball, not overpowering, perky, jerky delivery. Kind of relies on a little deception from the left-hander.
Tommy Pham to lead it off here in the first inning. Top spot in the Padres order as they shift on him instantly in the Mets infield on the left side. Center fielder Mason Williams over towards right center. Good size gap in left center. Ball and a strike. Joey Lucchesi, overall his 9th appearance, 6th start. Has to feel comfortable on this Petco Park mound.
Yeah, the numbers prove it. 13-8 on this hill with a 3.19 overall here at Petco. You know, you look around Major League Baseball, really athletes anywhere, and there's certain venues that they really feel comfortable. And because of the numbers, Joey Lucchesi loves pitching here at Petco Park.
Pham will foul it off to the right out of play. I'm always curious about what pitchers go through. I mean, your thought process, you know, as far as being home, I guess you're used to the backdrop and behind the catcher, and then you go other places and the depth perception is probably totally different.
That's where you have to buckle down and really focus on just the glove and the numbers that are given by your catcher. Some guys get caught up in the background.
I'm thinking about where we just were, Wrigley Field in Chicago. I mean, to me, it's like the fans are on top of you there.
Right on top of you.
Right, so
it's almost, from personal experience, like you could take the baseball as a pitcher and just place it where you want. And we've talked about this before. Candlestick in the old days, like Oakland Coliseum. Oh my God, it's like you need a bazooka to get the ball to home plate. Yeah.
Payoff pitch, and he swings and lifts a fly ball out to center field. Mason Williams back a few steps for the first out of the first inning. Let's take a look at StatCast powered by Google Cloud.
Well, we talk about Joey Lucchesi and how his delivery can be deceptive, right? But look at this. On the left, the fastball, the curve. On the right, look at the arm slot. Look at the delivery. It's the same slot. And that's what makes it so effective, especially on the right, the curve, out of the hand. It looks like it's going to be maybe up and away, outer half of the plate. But because of the grip and how he spins it, and there's the difference, the comparison of the pitch velocity. The curve 78, the sinker 91. Yes, you commit thinking it's a sinker, you get the curve. Well, good luck trying to make contact on that, especially if it's placed down and in a really good spot.
One down here in the first inning for Manny Machado. They're going to stay in the shift here on the left side against Machado. In the 2 spot for the Padres in tonight's game, and hitting at .235, 6 homers, 31 runs batted in so far in the first 51 games of the year. Center fielder Mason Williams over towards right center. Good size gap in left center.
Pretty straight fastball also from Joey Lucchesi. So he's got to be pinpoint with that certain pitch, hitting the corners. And this is over the heart of the plate. can spell trouble.
How much can you get if you know from being a position player, playing behind a pitcher, being a teammate of Joey Lucchese's?
A lot, I
think.
You
pick up a lot?
I think so.
Yeah,
I've never played short or the infield behind a pitcher, but that's a really good point. You see it firsthand, like this view right here. And I'm sure they watch tons of video. There's no doubt about that. That's a mistake
swings,
there.
Fouls it off.
But I would have to say, to answer your question, yes, a little bit of an advantage, no question.
Payoff pitch coming up here to Machado from Joey Lucchese. High drive, deep left field for Manny Machado. It's 1-0. Very gone to left field for Manny Machado. Padres on top 1-0. Swag change for everybody.
This is exactly what I'm talking about with the location of the fastball from Joey Lucchese. He's got to spot it on the corners. He's got to throw it where he wants to. That was right in the hot zone to Manny Machado. And he turned it around. A straight fastball, leaving the yard, getting on the board.
Here's Jay Cronenworth. He'll take a pitch for ball one. Oh, yeah. Spin that thing. There's a strike, 1-1. Good start to game 2 for the Padres.
That was a no-doubter there.
.278, 5 homers, 18 runs batted in for Jake. Went around, I believe. Yes, he did, says Nick Marley. Still played the most games of any Padre this year, has Jay Cronenworth. And 58 for him of the season. 60 hits, that leads the team. It's away and it's 2-2.
I remember one of the things with Joey when he was a Friar was that, you know, having trouble putting hitters away, getting to 2 strikes, kind of being wild out of the zone, maybe trying to be too fine. Oh.
Whoa, wow. In case you want to know where that was, looked like a pretty good pitch.
Yes, it did, right at the knees. That's that 2-seamer, that sinker, right at the bottom of the zone.
Third straight full count here for Joey Lucchese. And a grounder out towards Peraza at second base. 2 down.
Fastball middle in, and Manny got to it, and that's his hot zone. Such a nice, easy swing. Isn't that pretty?
Home run number 7 of the year for Manny Machado. The fast start for the Padres on top 1-0. And here is Fernando Tatis Jr. on the 5-year anniversary of the Padres trade with the Chicago White Sox. James Shields for Fernando. Just under 300 at 299 with 17 home runs now, 39 runs batted in. OPS over 1,000, and of course, last night had a 2-run home run as part of the Padres' victory in Game 1 of the series against New York. Now he rifles one foul, and it's 0-2.
Oh, the Padres score first. 21-9.
Look out. Tatis flipping the bat away, jumping back out of the way, losing the helmet in the process.
Yeah, it wasn't that close, but it was in.
They shift on him on the left side like they did for Machado. 1-2 pitch. Evens up at 2-2 to Fernando. Now last night Williams had it in the glove but then didn't, and it was on top of the wall, then out of the yard. Taijuan Walker thought he had it out there in center, but he didn't.
Talk about the change of emotion from one split second to the next.
2-2. Full count now.
Good take there on that curve.
4th straight full count for Joey Lucchesi.
Yeah, he can work the deep counts with the best of them. We saw that when he was with the Padres.
On deck is Eric Hosmer. Padres batting last of the first. On top 1-0. Strike 3 call. Tatis does not like it, but it ends the first inning. Manny Machado puts the Padres on the board. His 7th home run of the year, a solo shot. San Diego 1, New York 0. After 1 to the second we go. Back at Petco Park in San Diego, it's 1-0. Padres have the lead thanks to the home run by Manny Machado. And we head to inning number 2, and it is time for the next hitter for the Mets, and that is Pete Alonso, who steps in to lead it off for New York. It's Alonso, Drury, and McKinney. So Blake Snell did just what you asked for, a 1-2-3 inning, 10 pitches.
I was hoping 13 or fewer, but hey, I'll take 10.
Yeah, 10's good.
A beautiful thing.
That is fewer than 10.
Yeah.
I mean, than 13.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm hot. Blake's hot.
Well, it's time now for the key player profile. Pete Alonso did not start last night's game, starts tonight. Most home runs since the beginning of 2019. Of course, he had that 53 home run season to break the rookie record in home runs. One will miss for ball 2.
So 2 off-speed pitches out of the 3 here to Alonso. That was a changeup. First pitch was a breaking ball. Second pitch was a fastball. Hitters count here 2-1. That's key. Slider for a strike.
Two balls, 2 strikes here to Alonso, with Drury and McKinney to follow as part of this Mets second inning. 2-2. And a grounder to short. Fernando. Throw to the home plate side, but a good stretch there from Hosmer for the first out of the second as we check in with Bob Scanlon.
Don, we've talked a lot about Blake Snell being more aggressive, and we've talked also about throwing 2 of the first 3 pitches for strikes. Mark Grant was just talking about that, and that's something that most Major League pitchers do 65% of the time, but Blake Snell has had his challenges with that so far this season, only doing it 55% of the time. And why do we bring it up? Because the numbers are so glaring. When he falls behind in the count 2-1, opponents are hitting .349 against him and have an on-base percentage of .500. When he gets ahead 1-2, those numbers drop down to 140 batting average, 197. Now, I know it sounds as easy as that, but it can be as hard as that. Mark, you know, I mean, obviously guys are not trying to fall behind in the count, and we've seen Blake use the fastball so far tonight in 1-1 counts. We've seen him use the changeup tonight in 1-1 counts, and that is something that Jace Tingler was talking about him working on during his bullpen session, is just trying to figure out how to be more aggressive. Which pitch can he go to make sure that 2 of the first 3 are strikes, and he is in that king position. We'll see how he does with it tonight. Don and Mark, back over to you.
Yeah, I always talk about challenging a club with your fastball. Establish that fastball. If you have to make an adjustment, they will let you know. They have yet. Nice.
For a strikeout for Blake Snell. Brendan Curry down by way of the K.
There's a slider. Caught him looking. Throws him. Now, if he could throw that fastball early in the count, first pitch for a quality strike, yeah, that just opens so many doors, widens the strike zone to where they have to protect. And I'm guessing right there, he's looking for the heater. Tricked him with that slider. 2 quick outs.
2 down, and it's strike 1 to Billy McKinney.
See, like that, 97, here it is.
To 11, 5 homers, 11 runs batted in for McKinney. We saw him earlier this year when he came in with the Milwaukee Brewers. He's now a member of the Mets, and he's in right field again tonight. There is Machado out in right field, part of the 2-1-1 shift for the Padres. Only Tatis on the left side.
Well, he came through big time last night, Manny Machado did. We talked about that in our game open. A block. It was McKinney at the plate. You can always back somebody up. If the ball isn't hit your way, you can find yourself to help your ball club by doing just that. And Manny came through huge.
That's strike 2. Snell has retired the first 5 Mets he has faced in the ball game tonight. 3 ground ball outs, a fly out, and more recently a strikeout. Pitch 23 from the left-hander. And a pop-up foul ground. Tatis heading over towards the seats, and he will not have a play. Into the screen goes Tatis. Appears to be okay.
Flash look. Flash look again. And that fan. Oh, just off the fingertips. That's a good thing that, you know, that netting is there.
Foul back below us. We'll do it again. 2-2.
See, the Mets have yet to catch up to that 97-98 fastball from Snell. Keep challenging them. And if you can locate, it's even better.
Two again. That's strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Blake Snell. 2 in all. Played an inning and a half from San Diego. It's 1-0 Padres. 1-0 Padres have the lead over the Mets. Want to remind you to enter the Saquon Scouting Report sweepstakes. Follow at Bally Sports SD on Twitter and reply to tonight's Saquon Scouting Report with more or less using the hashtag Saquon Scout. Hashtag Saquon Scout. Winners of a 2-night retreat at Sequan Casino Resort will be announced during Sunday's postgame show. Visit BallySports.com for full rules and details. The Padres are averaging 6.7 runs per game during the 11-game win streak at home. If you think the Padres will score 6 or more runs, reply more. Think they'll score fewer than 6 runs, reply less. I will not be snapping the paper as the pitch is a strike on the outside edge.
Hey, it's all right. It's all good.
I boxed that.
You know what? That's a long read.
Well, it was a long read, but there's no excuse.
What did you just say? You what?
I messed it up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Didn't notice.
So there's no paper snap when you mess it up.
Good stock paper there. Give me a paper.
No.
Finish it off nice.
No. I made a mistake. You cannot,
Paper snap after butchering it? Okay.
No.
I respect that.
No. It's like you can't flip your bat after you strike out. Swing and a miss here. And Hosmer strikes out for the first out of the second inning.
Sweeping breaker from Joey Lucchesi. There's the curve. We've seen it many times. And Eric Hosmer's got to protect. Once again, out of the hand. Looks like it's going to be a pretty darn good pitch close. To at least try to foul it off to get another one. Not the case there.
1 out, second inning, and Will Myers. And a shift are the Mets on the left side of the infield. And Myers will take it down and in.
After a while for the right-handed hitters, let's see if they start taking that curve. They recognize it, right? Because a lot of times it'll end up out of the zone. Down by that back foot, or even bounced.
In the air, down the left field line for Pilar, heading over towards the stands to make the catch for out number 2. Well, remember, when the Padres hit a home run tonight, which they have, you get a free Jumbo Jack tomorrow with the purchase of a large drink. 2 down in the second inning, brings up Jurickson Profar.
Oh, did you just say it's the second inning?
I did.
You know what that means?
What's that?
Donnie T time.
It's time for tea. There's not enough for everyone.
Show everybody.
My tea. It's fine. There's just not enough for everyone in the booth. Especially those who steal things from time to time. Fly ball, left field. Pilar will have room. Shy of the track. It's a 1-2-3 second inning for Lucchesi. We played 2. It's 1-0 Padres.
You think your power is going to continue to increase?
Yeah. It's gonna get way better. So we're gonna have some fun with it. I always want to have fun, so when I get there, it's going to be a very fun time.
I remember that night well in the Futures game at Petco Park. You and I both broadcast the game that he played in.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
And he seemed like just a kid,
Yeah.
which obviously he was.
Sure.
Unbelievable what he is now.
And being true to his word, is he not?
He's fun.
He is having fun. There is no
Wherever he goes,
Yes.
there's going to be fun.
Yeah.
And there has been.
Yep.
Yeah, so true to his word. You're right. This one fouled off to the right, out of play.
I mean, he just reeks with confidence, and it's a humble confidence. He's a humble kid. He knows he's good. He knows if there's going to be a slump here and there, which everybody goes through. Deep down, you just dig and say, you know what, I'm going to break out of this and let your natural talent take over. It doesn't let it affect him.
Peraza down the line, but foul as he leads it off here in the third inning. Well, I think you and I both agree that it was the best trade ever in Padres history, but you could make an argument as to where it is in baseball history as far as trades go. And the architect of that trade is going to be joining us in the next half inning. A.J. Preller will join us in the bottom of the third, so you want to hang out for that. Should be pretty cool. I want to get his perspective on that deal going in.
Yeah, always love the insight from our general manager, A.J. Preller. He's quite a unique individual himself for how he has constructed this team. put it together. Because it's just not Fernando Tatis Jr. There are other integral parts that have made this team what it is.
Two opposite field, and Myers is there to make the catch. So one down in the third. There have been some lopsided trades over the years, and Mike and Mark were talking about during the pregame show. Babe Ruth was kind of a big deal to the Yankees in 1919 when Ryan was traded for the Mets for Jim Fregosi.
Wow.
And Sandberg from the Phillies to the Cubs for Ivan DeJesus, and Jeff Bagwell. That was big. Down the stretch, traded away from the Red Sox for Larry Anderson. They wanted a veteran reliever that year. They thought that was the final piece in 1990. That was not the case, and Bagwell went on to become a Hall of Famer.
All of those guys Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
I mean, the main principles in the, Wow.
Yeah, the other guys going the other way,
not so much.
Hall of Famers.
Yeah. But you know what, though? Clubs, there's a certain part of the season where they need a certain tool.
Piece.
Right.
The final piece of the puzzle, they think.
To get them to where they want to go.
The trade deadline.
Sometimes players develop later, a little later. Like Bagwell. Wasn't he in Double-A with the Sox?
He was. And the problem was that he was playing at something called Beehive Field, which was in New Britain, Connecticut, which, like, he hit 4 home runs that year. But, like, that was, like, the most home runs that they had. He was, like, the leader of the team. Place was
4.
Huge. Yeah. So it was like, if you were a scout looking at him, you're like, oh, this guy's got much power.
Yeah.
Right. But, yeah, hang around.
Sure.
Swing and a miss. Mason Williams strikes out, third K. For Blake Snell's got it going on tonight.
There's a high fastball from Blake Snell. Four-seamer at 97. Talk about classical gas. You just saw it right there for the strikeout.
Two down in the third inning. Joey Lucchesi coming up for the first time at the plate. 0 for 6 at the plate this year as he takes strike one. That one's always been a tough one for me because Lou Gorman was the general manager who made that trade. Very special to me. Love Lou Gorman.
Yeah.
Great guys. Swing and a miss.
And Larry Anderson at the time was a veteran pitcher who could give you innings.
Good slider.
And get outs. Yeah, I mean, slider was his middle name.
Yes. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Oh, yeah. Blake Snell's got 4 Ks. He's retired the first 9. It's 1-0 Padres. 1-0 Padres have the lead over the Mets as we move to the last half of the third inning. As Joey Lucchesi returns to the hill. It's time now for our Valley View Casino trivia question. Our question tonight, Yu Darvish had 2 hits at the plate last night. The Padres pitcher with the most hits in a single game is Tim Lawler, Woody Williams, Andy Ashby, or Adam Eaton. I am going to go see Andy Ashby. How do you feel?
I'm going to, you know what? I've been thinking about this one. I'm going to go B, Woody Williams.
Okay.
Woody Williams was a former shortstop, converted to a pitcher. He could swing the shillelagh. So could Tim Lawler.
To enter our Valley View Trivia Sweepstakes, tweet your answer to Valley View Trivia question to @Bally Sports SG. Include the hashtag Valley View Trivia. Winner will be announced in next Saturday's postgame show. Visit BallySports.com for full rules and details. So it's on to the bottom of the third inning. Padres have a 1-0 advantage thanks to the solo shot by Manny Machado in the first inning. And coming up here for San Diego, Webster Rivas, Blake Snell, and Tommy Pham will be along at the bottom of the third to face Joey Lucchesi. Webster Rivas getting his first home start for the Padres. And as promised, AJ Preller is with us tonight. AJ, thanks so much for joining us.
Hey guys, thanks for having me.
Hi, AJ. How you doing?
What's up, man?
Hey, come on. We're at a big league ball game now. Come on.
AJ, we have been talking a lot about this being the 5th anniversary of the greatest trade in Padres history, but you can make an argument that it could be the biggest trade ever. But tell us a little bit about your thought process going into that as the architect of that trade. What did you hope to get out of that, and did you get everything out of the trade that you hoped to get?
This is different, by the way. You know, doing this interview, we're like, where are you guys? Like, I got T. Gwynn right next to me. I'm looking at some weird screen in center field. I'm not really sure what's going on. But, yeah, no, it was, you know, obviously, you know, I guess 5 years ago, you know, with the acquisition of Fernando, you know, I think when we went and made the deal, you know, our pro scouts had a chance to see him. He had never played a game yet in professional baseball. But the guys were seeing him on backfields. We had some history with him. And, you know, the reports kept coming back that they thought he had, you know, the guys that had seen him, Freddie Ullman, Nick Ennis, Spencer Graham, Pete DeYoung, you know, felt like he had a chance to be a very impactful player. And as we kind of looked at building the organization the way we wanted to from the ground up, you know, we were going to have players that we felt like had a chance to be all-star caliber guys. And we felt like he was one of those, even though he had not played a game yet and, you know, was you know, thought of as maybe a ways away. You know, so obviously, you know, you look back 5 years later, and it's been one of the turning points here in the last few years for the organization.
That's the amazing thing to me. Has yet to play in a professional game, yet his name is being thrown around there. What was the first call you got, AJ? Obviously, you said your scouts were looking at him. And what has changed and what has stayed the same for Fernando since then to now?
Well, his hair color has changed, that's for sure, and he's grown some facial hair, but. Yeah, no, it was just funny. Pregame was looking at, saw some video of him from back in the instructional league days, and I think when he came here to play in that prospect game, and the actions, and similarly, a lot of times when you see these amateur players, the actions are, you know, they're the same, you know, in terms of the way he picked up a ground ball, threw it across the diamond, was just even the body language coming on and off the field, and swinging the bat. You know, again, I think we had some history with him. You know, I had history with him as a young kid in the Dominican, as a tryout guy, as a 14, 15-year-old, and you know, I think from our scout standpoint, I think they also impact type ability, and that's just continued to grow as he's gotten older.
It amazes me as far as evaluation goes when you can look at a kid that old, 14 or 15, and Monday night did that Futures game here at Petco Park that night, and I'm thinking about those guys that were there, and I remember Josh Naylor being there as well, and some of the other guys you had come up, and it's just, to me, so hard to project what they're going to be, but I mean, obviously it's what you do for a living, and quite well, I might add, but I mean, it's amazing. You have to be very pleased with all the guys that came out of that particular group, because maybe they're not doing it here, but they're doing it across Major League Baseball, and they all became very legit.
Yeah, I think you said, Don, I think, you know, we just saw it. I think at that time, you know, our you know, the big league team, I think we knew we had, you know, the makings and the foundation of a good team, but it was down in the minor league system. And I think you know, that game against the Rangers and their prospect team, I think we left here that night. You never really know, and I think we left here that night having seen these guys on a major league field. You know, from batting practice to the infield to that game, and we saw guys with impact ability, impact talent, and you know, it wasn't just Fernando. He was kind of the brightest star that night, but it was really up and down throughout. You know, we were deep and with a lot of quality, and I think we knew, you know, that was going to lead to some really good things here down the road. And like you mentioned, you know, some of those guys have come up since and, you know, have been part of the Padres. Some of them have been part of trades and, you know, leading us to get other impact players. But, you know, I think going back to those instructional league days and that prospect game, I think leaving there that day, whether it was Anderson Espinosa or, you know, Josh Naylor or Fernando Tatis and on, I think we knew, all right, you know, our scouts are doing a very good job, and we've got a chance to start to move up the standings here in the next few years as those guys matriculate to the big leagues.
AJ, knowing that he was the son of a big leaguer, I mean, that's a given. Was there something that, like, when you talked to Fernando that really triggered something that put it over the top? I mean, you knew his talent and stuff, but it's more than just talent. It's what, you know, the baseball IQ is, I guess, what I'm trying to say. Was there something that really clicked with you when you said, oh, man, this kid's got a really chance to be something special?
Yeah, I mean, I remember in the Dominican, that was probably the most impressive thing, was just talking to him, just his demeanor, and, you know, he had aptitude and instinct for the game, and he carried himself a little bit differently. You know, I think the thing that's really happened with Fernando is as he's gotten bigger. I mean, at that time, you know, you're talking about a guy, he's, you know, in that 6'1" world, and as he's gotten bigger and taller, and he's gotten to the 6'4" and put on 30 or 40 pounds, he's you know, gotten even more athletic. I think he's aged very well, and I think that part, the physical tools have progressed as he's gotten bigger and stronger. But I think the aptitude, the mental side of the game, that's always been there. And obviously, he plays with that joy. He loves to play the game of baseball, and you see that pretty much right out of the gate whenever you watch him take the field.
All of that said, you look at it, and we were watching him just blossom before our eyes, and we're thinking, this guy's going to be really tough, perhaps. I mean, every day that he plays to sign here long term, you have to be very pleased with what ownership has done and given you the ability to go sign him for a very long time. Yeah,
I think everything really that we've tried to do here over the last 5 years. I think from with Ron Fowler, Peter Seidler. And I think they've made it known they want to win, and I think that makes it very easy to work for a group like that, because I think everybody's in alignment, from Eric Grubner, myself, Ron, Peter. They just want to bring a championship here to San Diego, and I think it starts with getting talent, and it starts. I think we talk about it a lot. It starts with ability, and then it comes to stability, and that's signing the guys. And I think that's there's been some great players that have played for the Padres, and I think a little bit of the narrative is some of those guys have moved on elsewhere. And I think what we've shown is if you do things the right way and you're a big time contributor, you'll be here in San Diego for a long time. And I think with Fernando, it's really important for us to get him under contract, just so that the fan base of the San Diego, they know that they're going to have somebody they really want to come to watch play. And I think, again, just speaks to the commitment that ownership's made to bring a championship here to the city.
Tommy Pham will lift it down the right field line as McKinney heads over towards the line. He'll get there to make the catch. Can you hang around another inning with us?
Yeah, I'll stick around for the top half.
Outstanding. Thanks much. We are through 3, 1-0 Padres. Top of the fourth inning, the Mets and Padres. The Padres on top 1-0 as we head to the fourth. Kind enough to be along with us is A.J. Preller. We've been talking a lot so far about the great trade that was made, and this team was where I really would like to head next. And your thoughts so far? What is this? This is game 59 of the season, and it's crazy to think that last year you had one regular season game left before the postseason. A little different this year around, but your thought process at this point of the year, how do you feel the club has done?
I think overall, I think pretty well, and I think Jace talks about it a lot. We haven't played our best ball, quite frankly, but you look up, it's been like a really exciting 60 games. There's been some great moments, some great games, comebacks. Obviously, the Musgrove no-hitter, the win streak. The Dodger series. You can literally kind of rattle off a season's worth of moments so far here in the first 60 games, and again, like going from back to 160 games. It's definitely different. I think last year was just a totally different deal with the 60-game sprint, and back to the season, of 160 games. I think the whole key for us is can we peak, and can we just get better as the season goes on. And I think overall good start, and now it's all about getting better as we get into the summer months.
AJ, as we take a look at this ball smoked right to the bill of the cap of Fernando. Oh, he's in the ready position. I want to ask you about analytics. I know you've always been a big fan of analytics. Have you embraced analytics even more?
I think to me, like, information is key, in anything. I think just having good information, whether it's about, a player's background, whether it's about a guy adding a certain pitch, whether it's about, the way a pitch plays or something that maybe is a little bit more difficult to see to the eye. And like anything else, it's all about having the right people. It's not just about scouting, it's having the right scouts. It's not about coaching, it's having, impact coaches. And, same thing on the analytics side. Lindor.
Profar with the room for out number 2.
So I think, it's really, I think from our standpoint, I think it's become really easy buy-in for me, because in our department, it's led by Adam Esker, who came over from the Tampa Bay Rays a few years ago. Dave Cameron is one of the top advisors in the whole organization, and he's been very impactful in terms of the acquisitions we've made in shaping this big league club. Guys like Cody Zupnik, Wells Oliver, kind of behind the scenes. They're just really good at what they do. So I think from that standpoint, again, when you have really good scouts that are giving you good information, it helps you make good decisions. I think our R&D department, again, I think we're more of a group that tries to downplay stuff, but they have been really, just really impactful in terms of playing a real part in these acquisitions we've made, and the guys we have on this field, and I think that makes you a believer in that group for sure.
AJ, last year we were here, you were here, but it was so hard to see everything that took place last year and realize that fans didn't have the chance to enjoy it last year. How happy are you to have fans back this season?
Incredibly happy. I mean, it's we're talking about it. Really, I think going down to Houston and seeing where we get full packed house and full stands. It's what it's about. You want to again, like last year was a fun year. It was a great year for the team. A lot of good moments, but doing it in an empty stadium, not the same. And I think just even here with 33%, I think everybody's kind of counting the days till June 17th or whatever we've got there in mid-June when the city of San Diego can come out and really enjoy this team and watch this team. The players love it. They feed off the energy. Even last year, just in that postseason series against St. Louis after the game, that might have been probably the highlight of the season for me, was just seeing the fan base outside of Petco so excited, so happy, so pumped up for the club and wanting more. And, I think just really looking forward to the summer as we get, back to hopefully business as usual, and seeing the fans come back and get to enjoy this team and, really push this team, hopefully some really good things.
Talk about the stuff that we don't see on paper, on the computers, the relationships of these players on this club. We see it when we shoot the dugout. I mean, we don't get a chance to go in the clubhouse much anymore, but if any, what's it like?
Yeah, I think everybody gets that sense just even watching on TV. But it's a fun team with a lot of personality, and the pieces fit. I think I think they probably fit because there's guys with all different personalities on the team. But I think the thing that's commonplace is people here believe in themselves, and they're a very competitive group that feels like we have a chance to win. So I think having a lot of different personalities, it's fun. It makes for a fun team to watch, and I can't wait when you guys can get back in the clubhouse and really get to face-to-face with these guys.
AJ, thanks so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
All right, appreciate
thanks,
it, guys.
AJ.
Thanks.
Work on that jump shot.
Thank you, bud.
Callaway long ball. Manny Machado, first time up, did this in the first inning. Went 391 feet away, 104.6 miles per hour. And the launch angle at 26 degrees. He almost hit that Callaway long ball. Not far from the golf ball out there.
Yeah, straight fastball from Lucchesi right into the hot zone, and
1-0. Padres on top. To the last of the fourth we go. It'll be Machado, Cronenworth, and Tatis. Our thanks to AJ Preller for joining us for the last inning. Always very open about things that we ask him.
Yep.
And we much appreciate his time and congratulate him on the 5th anniversary of the acquisition of Fernando Tatis Jr.
Well, the thing that I gather, and we've known AJ for a while now, is that he's not afraid to give credit where credit is due, and he is a firm believer in the analytics department and the scouting department.
Yep.
He loves those guys, and they work hard and come up with some good things and some good players, and it's evident with the team that they've put together.
Someone fouled off to the right out of play.
I didn't even have time because there was a bunch of questions like, how did you manage to get Profar in the deal? The deal with Darvish, Jay Cronenworth. Remember the Tommy Pham deals, stuff like that.
No 2 to Manny. Elevated by Lucchesi, and he's only given up 1 hit as Joey Lucchesi, but it was the home run by Machado. He's retired everybody else. There's 3 strikeouts along the way. And shift on Machado on the left side of the infield. Pops it up foul off to the right out of play. And now a quick word from Saquon Casino.
Padres fans, surround yourself with everything you love about your team in the new exclusive Padres Hotel Suite. Visit Saquon.com to book your stay.
Manny Machado leading it off here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Machado, Cronenworth, and Tatis. Casey waiting on a 1-2 pitch here, and now he'll deal. 2-2.
He wanted that one inside and missed big time away. Maybe, just maybe, a little reluctant to throw that pitch on the inner half of the plate because remember, that's where Manning went deep. That was a breaking ball. He hit a fastball out of the park. Set up inside again. Oh.
Spiked that one well in front of the plate. And a full count now. That one slipped. Sixth full count for Joey Lucchesi on the night.
That's not good.
Over 50 pitches now, 51 as he works here to the first hitter of the fourth inning. Machado fouls off another. Eighth pitch of this plate appearance coming up for Manny Machado. A home run he hit in the first, his 7th of the year. Popped up, shallow left. Lindor backpedaling. Incoming is Pilar. And Pilar calls him off to make the catch for the first out. At the bottom of the fourth inning as we check back in with Bob.
Guys, it's always interesting when you face your former teammates, and that's the situation with Joey Lucchesi tonight. Obviously spent many years here in the Padres organization. Earlier today, he got a chance to say hi to some of his former teammates. Manny Machado giving him the big hug. Eric Hosmer was there as well. Fernando Tatis Jr. also coming over to say hi. He was very close as well with Craig Stammen, Tim Hill, Matt Strom. He was a very favorite player in this clubhouse, guys, and he said, look, he was caught off guard by the trade, and he was a little bit upset about it, but he's trying to put that behind him because he knows that he's got to take care of business tonight. But it was great to see him reconnect with some of his former mates.
Here's a drive on a deep right center field, and it's off the wall. Cronenworth rattles it off the wall, and he stands at second with one out in the fourth inning.
Oh, that sound off the bat of Jake Cronenworth. Solid. Breaking ball right into the swing path. Outer half. Great plate coverage from Jake. And how close was it? Oh, he drew leather on it. Really good effort by McKinney. Flash look. And a nice job backing up was Williams in center field. Hard holding back that smile.
A double for Cronenworth breaks up a string of 9 in a row. Retired by Joey Lucchesi. One out. Cronenworth at second. Here is Fernando. Strike one. This season with runners in scoring position. Fernando hitting at .324. 4 homers, 25 runs batted in. Spiraling off the backside. Lucchesi no throw.
Yeah, Joey Lucchesi does not want Jake Cronenworth to get that big secondary lead. When we talk about balls in the dirt, wild pitches, good secondary to move up 90 feet.
Strike two. One of the knees that time.
Oh, I love the hot zone. Talk about home runs this year, 17. Look at 2 out of the zone, up and away. Likes to get extended, belt buckle high, 6 in that area. Down the middle, up Up and in, got to a couple as well. 17 total.
Straightens him up with a pitch in for ball one. That was a curveball that time.
Now, we know that Joey Lucchesi will spike even the fastball. He'll spike the curveball. Every other reason to get a good secondary lead for Jake Cronenworth at second.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out in the inning. Cronenworth with his lead at second, keeping him close, very close, is Jose Peraza, the second baseman. That's up and away, 2-2. Seems Lucchesi has not had trouble getting 2 strikes. It's just after that.
Can't put him away, right?
That's the case.
We saw the same thing when he was with the Padres.
Very similar. A lot of deep counts as a result. And here he is now, 2-2 to Tatis. On the ground and picked by Lucchesi. He's got Cronenworth hung up and run right at him and tag him out. He's out of the baseline, the indication by the umpire, and he is out. So 1 unassisted.
Well, Jake getting a little froggy right there. I think from his vantage point, he thought if that ball got by Lucchesi, it would be to his left. So therefore, move up to third base, but not the case. A nice stab right there by Lucchesi, gloving that ball. And there's out of the baseline, indicated by the umpire. And Fernando's at first on the fielder's choice.
So 2 down, and Fernando at first base, and it brings up Eric Hosmer. He struck out swinging in the second inning. He's 0 for 1. Going over to first, and back is Fernando. Pete Alonso holding him on at first base. 12 steals in 14 tries. Casey trying to keep him close. Outfield deep all the way around here on Hosmer.
Eric Hosmer's been having a field day off of lefties this year. .357 average with a couple of home runs.
'60th pitch for Lucchesi is chopped to second base. Peraza will flip to second for the force out that will end the inning. We have played 4 from San Diego, 1-0 Padres.
Back time now for the top tier plays presented by Arco, and it is the Blake Snell fastball. He's been extremely aggressive with it tonight. Normally he throws it 45% of the time. Tonight, 65% of his pitches have been fastballs. 76% of those have been thrown for strikes. He's recorded 5 outs tonight on that heater, and it's also done a great job of setting up his off-speed pitch. Can't argue with the results of this night tonight for Blake Snell. 4 scoreless innings so far. A lot of it, I think, guys, having to do with that heater. You see the fastball usage. We'll see if he stays aggressive with it. Don Mudd, back over to you.
All right, Scan, thanks very much. As Pete Alonso leads it off here in the 5th inning for the Mets. And it's looked pretty good tonight.
Yeah, that's good news. Very aggressive, as Bob Scanlon indicated, and it goes back to the simple fact that I was talking about earlier. Prove that you can hit my fastball, especially if you can locate it well. He has done just that. The Mets have not been able to do anything with that heater, or anything really, but yes, aggressive with the fastball is a good thing. I even think he doesn't have to be too fine with it to throw that perfect fastball. Even if you miss a little bit, still, it's a good one.
High fly ball that Pham is coming in for to his left. To make the catch for out number 1 of the 5th inning. And now a quick word from Hohen Motors.
The Hohen family of dealerships has proudly served San Diego County since 1975 with 7 family-owned locations at Carlsbad Auto Mall. Visit HohenMotors.com today.
1 out in the 5th, and Brandon Drury, a strikeout victim in the 2nd inning. He went looking. One of the 5 strikeouts so far for Blake Snell. He's about to throw his 50th pitch of his outing. And it's strike 1 at 97. Strike 2.
Heater. 0-2.
Center fielder Profar over towards right center. Good sized gap in left center. Swing and a miss, and Drury just waved at that. Strikeout number 6 for Snell. Second time Drury's down by way of the K.
Heater, 0-2. Another heater, blew by you. Grab some pine. There's another fastball, aggressive with it, coming right at you. Off the plate, you got to protect. That's nice.
2 down in the 5th, and here is Billy McKinney. Struck out looking. First time up. Machado over there in right as the pitch will miss for ball 1. A breaking ball that time from Snell. Second time through here for Snell. McKinney getting his second look. Jammed and flips it foul. Well, push your Padres to the top this summer. The 2021 Google MLB All-Star ballot. Vote daily at Padres.com/All-Star and on Google by searching for your favorite players to send them to Colorado. All-Star game will be here before you know it. You want to make sure to vote.
Vote for that kid. Vote for Friars. A lot of Friars.
High for ball 2, 2-1.
You're about my age. Remember the days when the
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
We're not even close.
Yeah, you're about 57, 58.
Oh, no, I am not.
The paper ballots, remember those at the
Yes,
ballpark?
I
where you
do
punch
remember
out?
that.
How fun
Yeah.
was that?
That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why do you think we're the same age all the time?
Because you look at.
We have like, oh, that's nice. Very nice. There's a check swing. Did he go? No. A check with Nick Marley, third base umpire. Let's take a look. It sure looked like he went.
Oh, most definitely.
Did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Second 3-ball count for Snell. 2 outs here in the 5th inning and a 3-1. That's strike right down the middle at 97.
You know, I don't understand it. 3-1 fastball count as a hitter. How can you not be hacking at that? I don't get it. Now you got to offer the pitch that's on the corner off a little bit, and it's not going to be your best hack.
Fouled off to the left, out of play.
Touch a 98.
Ball 4, a little bit high. 14 in a row to start this game by Blake Snell, but he walks McKinney. And the first base runner of the night for the New York Mets is a walk for Billy McKinney. It's time now to check out the T-Mobile coverage cam. That's great coverage.
Oh, it's tremendous coverage. Hey, look out. It's too sandy out there, but they're having fun.
Two down, McKinney at first and Jose Peraza now. They lined out to right in the third. In the dirt, but quickly gathered by Ribas.
Nice job by Webster.
And his first home start here in the white unis, as he had, of course, started a couple times on the road in his major league debut. As part of that long 10-game trip for the Padres. And so Snell from the stretch now for the first time in like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
That's got to be different.
A little different, yeah, absolutely.
Strike one.
Can't rush things. Got to keep it under control. Yeah, you throw over there a couple times just to keep him honest. But the key is with that leg kick out of the stretch, with the arm swing, getting that release point as if you're in the windup.
Ribas hopped up like he was going to throw to first base just to bluff as McKinney gets back to the bag. First time that Hosmer's had company over there at first base in tonight's game. Going over there again, as you said, to keep him honest. Down the left field line, Tommy Pham moving over and back to make the catch. Halfway through, it's 1-0 San Diego. Bally Sports presents Padres Baseball, brought to you by your San Diego County Toyota dealers, by Circa Resort and Casino, and by Appliance Alley, San Diego's largest locally owned appliance center. Last half of the fifth inning back at Petco Park in San Diego. Padres on top 1-0. Well pitched both sides. Former Padre Joey Lucchesi matching up against Blake Snell. And it's a one-run ball game. Padres on top 1-0 as Will Myers leads it off for the Padres. Showing bunt, drops one down. Lucchesi will hold on to the baseball. It's an infield hit. Will Myers dropping down the bunt base hit.
Oh, El Gallo can do it all. He can hit with power to the opposite field. He's got good back control. Utilize that speed for a big kid. Strutting down that first base line for the bunt single. And why not? Drury is playing back, way back. Well, he placed that perfectly.
Lead runner on here, and Will Myers in the fifth inning as Jurickson Profar now stands in. Fly to left in the second, getting his second look at Lucchesi. Over to first and back to the bag is Myers. Bunts at it himself. Ends up over by the on-deck circle where Webster Ribas is waiting.
Well, the Padres wanting to play a little small ball this half inning. Well, in the stolen base department, since Will Myers is over there, Padres 60, first in Major League Baseball. Mets not so much, only 17 bags pilfered this year, 24th in Major League Baseball.
Now a quick word from Fix Auto.
In 2021, supporting your community means supporting local businesses. Fix Auto Collision Centers want you to know that they're locally owned and operated. Call or click to find a body shop near you.
Lead runner on for the Padres here in the 5th. And Jurickson Profar getting his second look at Joey Lucchesi. Foul to the screen. We'll do it again here, 0-2.
Well, he had the right idea. Looks like he was wanting to go the opposite way there. Plenty of room in between Alonso and Peraza. Alonso holding on Will Myers. A little first and third action, possibly, with the ball hit that way.
Fly ball down the right field line as Billy McKinney headed over to the line, and he makes the catch in fair ground for the first out of the 5th inning. With that, it is time now to check out the answer to our Valley View Casino trivia question tonight. Yu Darvish had 2 hits at the plate last night. The Padres pitcher with the most hits in a single game is Andy Ashby. 4 hits, April 16th, 1996 at the Rocks. Oh, yeah. 4 hits. Wow.
Free and easy. That's a good night in the big leagues right there.
Yeah, it is. Webster Ribas grounded out to second base in the 3rd inning. On the ground up the middle into center field, a base hit. Myers thinking first to third. He'll get there. Head first slide for Myers at third. They're at the corners. Webster Ribas with a base hit keeps this thing going in the 5th.
Boy, that is great base running by Will Myers. High two-seamer. Webster just playing a little pepper up the center of the diamond. Nice quick stroke. Now, Will Myers. The play's right in front of him. What does that do? Well, with only 1 out, a sac fly, he scores. Scores easily on a base hit. Thanks to Webster.
Jeremy Hefner, the pitching coach out there for New York. His first visit of the night to talk to Joey Lucchesi.
Once again, I'm a big fan of the Butcher Boy, right? You got Snell coming up. Show bunt, pull back, swing, find a hole. That's a run, possibly another first, third action for San Diego.
Well, this conversation goes on. There is action in the Mets pen for the first time tonight. Jacob Barnes up in the pen right now for New York. Blake Snell, the pitcher coming up here for the Padres, 1-for-12 on the year. And a strikeout victim against Lucchesi in the 3rd. We saw Yu Darvish help himself out last night. We'll see if Blake Snell can do the same.
Even a safety squeeze. I mean, that's a free run.
Bunts at it. Myers will stay at third, and the throw to first base in time to get Snell. Went the wrong direction with that one, unfortunately. They do move Ribas into scoring position, but Snell is retired.
Got it done quickly, efficiently. As soon as that ball was hit down there on the ground, Rivas moving up. Now 2 runners in scoring position.
Here comes Rojas, going to make the change. That's it for Joey Lucchese. With Tommy Pham coming up, we've got a pitching change from Petco Park in San Diego, where the Padres are trying to add on to a 1-0 lead as they bat in the home half of the 5th. 1-0. Padres have the lead. We're in the midst of the bottom of the 5th inning. Catch the Padres action from Jerome's best seat in the house. Sign up for a chance to win at jeromes.com, and you could be sitting in those seats. Move along here with a new pitcher into the game. It's Jacob Barnes now for New York.
We saw him last night. He threw 2 innings, gave up a hit, struck out 2 Padres. He's also in the 6th inning. Enters his 17th game. And once again, this bullpen for the Mets very, very good. 3.41 ERA, 3rd in the National League. Padres are best in baseball in that category. A couple of runners he inherits in scoring position.
Joey Lucchese pretty good in 5 innings. Gives up 4 hits. So far, just the 1 run. Yeah, went through a stretch where he had retired 9 Padres in a row.
Yeah, a lot of deep counts for Joey. A lot of 3-ball counts. Gary DiSarcina positioning the defense from the Mets bench.
Second and third, 2 down. Tommy Pham. 3rd plate appearance of the night for the Padres left fielder. Strike 1. Pham has flat out to center and flat out to right. 0 for 2.
Barnes pretty much 3 pitches. 4-seamer, cutter we just saw there, and a changeup.
In the air, down the right field line, headed towards the corner and foul. Billy McKinney went as far as he could, the right fielder, as Lucchese looks on here. Gave up the home run to Manny Machado in the 1st, and so far that's been it. But he is responsible for Will Myers at 3rd, Webster Rivas at 2nd. Oh, 2. Up and away for ball 1.
Barnes threw 24 pitches last night in those 2 innings. So back-to-back nights for the right-hander.
On the ground, back to him. Barnes will flip to first for the out that ends the inning, and the Padres leave 2 in scoring position. 1-0 Padres. 1-0 Padres have the lead over the Mets as we head to the top of the 6th. Ballast Point says cheers to San Diego with this beautiful look at America's finest city. It's a gas lamp right there, not far.
5th Avenue. Love it. Love the vibe, love the atmosphere. I love you, Donnie.
Move on to the 6th inning.
Nice talking to you.
Whatever. We are not the same age. We got to clear that up. Not even close.
Well, your 60th is coming up this year, right?
Oh, my goodness. There is Mason Williams to lead it off. Just turned 50. You could be my dad.
People always ask me, how much older is Donnie than you?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's nice. You could be my dad. Swing and a miss for Williams.
This is part of the order where the way Blake Snell is throwing tonight should motor through 8-9 and flip it up to Pilar with 2 outs. That's his MO. No free passes this part of the lineup.
Pinch hitter has come out on deck in Jonathan VR. And the pitcher spot next as there's a 2-1 to Williams. Make it 2-2.
Wow, swung at ball 3. Thank you. Changes the whole at bat.
Foul back to the screen. Now coming up in the middle of the 7th inning. Stay tuned for the Arco game break. Mike Pomerantz and Mark Sweeney. Foul back to the screen. Still 3-2.
Yeah, he's got confidence in that slider. We just saw it there, 3-2. Got a good feel for it.
8th pitch of this plate appearance coming up. Mason Williams making Blake Snell work hard here. Just to 70 pitches in his outing. First hitter of the 6th inning. Longest outing for Snell in a Padres uniform is 6 innings. Did that against Colorado. Swing and a miss, and he strikes him out. First out of the 6th inning comes on strikeout number 7 for Blake Snell.
And it was a fastball in. No reason to try to get cute after a slider. It's kind of out in front of it a little bit. Tough to catch up to that. Fastball mid-90s. Buy him.
Well, it is Jonathan VR who is going to pinch hit here in the pitcher's spot with 1 out of the 6th inning. First appearance of the series for VR. In the dirt for ball 1. That is ball 2, and Ribas got that one like on the side of the neck, perhaps. Kind of turned his head on that.
Yeah.
It checked up on him and off the glove, on the side of the neck. Ball 3, 3-0.
Wow, missing big time with those 3 pitches. Out of whack with the grip on that baseball or the release point.
Top of the order, Kevin Pillar waiting on deck. There's a strike, 3-1. Fastball at the knees. Only 1 base runner tonight so far for the Mets. A walk for Billy McKinney in the 5th. On the ground to third. Machado's to his left. Throw is accurate as always. 2 down.
You know, that's another reason why Blake Snell and the other pitchers, and they know this, pound that strike zone. Especially if you keep it on the ground, you know you've got that airtight defense on the infield.
Fouled off to the right, out of play. It's time now for our Land Rover above and beyond play, and the hot shot right at Fernando. Able to make the catch, get the face out of the way, right back at him. Bouncing another one, 1-2. That slider that time, I think. Hard to tell, it didn't go all that far.
Yeah. Couple this inning that he has spiked.
Started the game by retiring the first 14 Mets that he faced for the walk of McKinney. 2 down in the 6th, and here's a 1-2. That's a swing and a miss. Gets away, but not even going to try and run is Pilar. That'll end the inning, and Blake Snell through 6 is not allowed a hit tonight in San Diego.
Padres POV, he's Mr. Versatile and quite valuable. You catch up with Jerickson Profar.
Good teams have a lot of players that can play multiple positions. That's what makes us good.
That's Padres POV Sunday following Padres Live, the postgame show.
Tony Gwynn Jr., we look forward to that on Sunday after the Padres Live postgame show. We move here to the bottom of the 6th inning in San Diego, where the Padres have a 1-0 advantage and the Mets have a new pitcher. As into this game is Drew Smith.
Drew Smith is a 4-pitch pitcher. Pretty heavy on the 4-seamer and the cutter, about mid-90s on that fastball. Enters his 7th game, not a lot of work, only 6 1/3. Nice ERA though at 2.84.
Takes over for Jacob Barnes, who went just a third of an inning, was able to get out of a jam. Padres had 2nd and 3rd with 2 down, but you got Tommy Pham, the only batter he faced, to ground back to the mound. And that was it. So Drew Smith into the game, 3rd arm used by the Mets, and here is Manny Machado, who takes strike 1. And he homered in the 1st. It's the difference in the game. Solo shot, his 7th of the year. And a fly out to left in the 4th, so a 1-for-2 night. And Manny down 0-2.
See where Smith also throws a little deception in there. He's got the high front side with that arm, and then he comes right over the top out of the back of his cap, and before you know it, it's on top of you.
Popped up foul off to the right, out of play. Do it again, 0-2. Home run for Machado back in the 1st inning. Connecting on his 7th of the year, giving the Padres the 1-0 advantage early. Swing and a miss, and Machado strikes out. So Smith gets him for the first out here of the 6th inning.
It's a really good curveball from Smith. Called to 6. He very rarely throws that curveball, but that was a doozy right there.
One out in the inning for Jake Cronenworth, who had a double, rattled it off the wall in right center his last time up. And takes a look at strike 1, a 96-mile-an-hour fastball.
Drew Smith is owning left-handed hitters in the short time he's been here with the Mets. 125 average, Righties not so much, 294.
A little bit high, ball 2.
Looks like he likes to throw hard into the lefties. Maybe that's one of the reasons why righties feel so comfortable with him, because he's always middle away to the righties, and they get used to that, whereas lefties are having a tough time catching up to that stuff in.
Popped up left side of the Mets infield. Backpedaling is Drury. And he'll make the catch for the second out of the 6th inning. A well-pitched ball game, both sides tonight. As Fernando makes his way playward. Not sure if Snell has a blister or what's up, but they've been working on something from time to time tonight during the course of his outing in between innings. Hasn't been a problem, we'll say that.
No.
He's not allowed to hit through the first 6.
He has spiked a few pitches, but he's bounced back.
Liner opposite field and a base hit for Tatis.
Fernando not waiting around. First pitch offering, taking it the other way.
I've been 0 for 2 tonight. Not anymore.
Four-seamer. Leaks middle in. Oh, he's so good at using the whole field. Gets the hands in nicely.
Two down, Tatis at first, and here is Eric Hosmer. Time called very late. Home plate umpire Quinn Walcott granting time. And with the lead at first, held on by Pete Alonso, and they're going right over there to check on him right away.
I say if you get a jump, go.
Hosmer pops it up left side again. Brandon Drury again in fair ground. The Mets third baseman makes the catch. It ends the inning. We head for the 7th. It's 1-0 San Diego. Has been worthy of a Carl's Cam replay.
Most certainly, and Blake Snell has been heavy on the fastball tonight. 60% of the time he's thrown it. So when you're heavy on that fastball, then you mix in some off-speed stuff, they start guessing. A little behind on that one there, probably guessing for the off-speed stuff. But the big key is with that fastball, 70% strikes, 7 out of 10. Being very aggressive. The Mets have yet to prove that they can turn that fastball around.
Well, he went to the curveball to get strike 1 from Francisco Lindor. It opens up this 7th inning of his outing. 8 strikeouts along the way. Time called as Lindor backs out. And the longest outing for Snell in a Padres uniform is 6 innings. Did he go? No, says Hunter Whittlestead, first base umpire. Well, strikeouts he's had in any outing is 11. Did that in that 6-inning effort against the Rockies May 18th. That is ball 2. Went to the curveball again. Missed with it for ball 3. Has walked only 1 tonight. As James McCann waits on deck, and then Pete Alonso in the inning. Line to left, and that's in for a base hit. Quickly gets by Pham. Heading to second base is Lindor, and he's thinking 3. Headed in that direction, he'll get there. First hit of the night comes here to lead off the 7th inning for the Mets. Sinking liner to left that gets by Pham.
Four-seamer, and he worked the count in his favor. That's a big-time mistake. Now let's go to the hit. This is one where Tommy Pham has got to try to at least get in front of that ball, take it off the chest, do everything in your power to get in front of it and knock it down. Off the heel of the glove, and Lindor is off to the races with a triple.
"90 feet away now with nobody out here in the 7th inning, and James McCann. We're going to call that a base hit and an E7. Charge to Pham. So Blake Snell taking a no-hitter into the 7th, but a leadoff base hit for Lindor. And back to the stretch goes Snell for just the 2nd time tonight. Foul back, and it's 0-2.
Time to get nasty for Blake Snell. Strikeout would be the thing. A one hopper to one of your infielders would be nice as well.
Playing about halfway are the infield right now with that pitch up top. Not quite to the lip of the grass with that runner at third.
Also, Webster Rivas behind the plate. He's got to be on his game. That breaking ball. Remember, Blake Snell has spiked a few tonight. He's got to keep that pitch in front of him.
Went around. Strikes out. 9th strikeout for Blake Snell. 1 down to the 7th inning.
Could not lay off the high gas. The four-seamer. Blake Snell is a third of the way home, and with that strikeout, now the infield would be brought in even a little bit closer.
Lindor at third with 1 out. Pete Alonso. Left side about halfway. Right side to the lip of the grass now. Swing and a miss for strike 1. So this is the longest outing for Blake Snell in a Padres uniform. 6 1/3 tonight as he gets that strikeout of McCann with his 9th strikeout of the ball game. Alonso is 0 for 2. He's bounced a short, flat out to left. Dancing down the line at third is Lindor. Trying to grab the attention of Snell. Bouncing in, and there's the block for Webster Rivas.
Nice. That's a CRS. Catcher's run saved. Breaking ball. Smother it. Off the heel, off the chest protector, off with the mask. Check the runner. A job well done.
Lindor at third, representing the tying run. One out in the 7th. Fouled off to the right, out of play.
Boy, they like that high fastball, don't they?
And they're chasing.
Yep. Let's see if Blake goes upstairs, just out of the zone a little bit. Remember, we got McCann on the high heater.
Action in the Padres pen for the first time tonight. That action is Pierce Johnson. Pitch 94 coming up as Lindor, running down the line, stopped. Line foul.
Trying to get him the balk, right? Maybe twitch a little bit. That's all it takes.
Lindor in a running conversation with Eric Hosmer over at first base. It's a long way away to have a conversation.
Yeah,
they are, though. Hosmer blocking his mouth with his glove when he responds.
I'm wondering if it has something to do, if there's a one hopper, two hopper to Hosmer, is Lindor going to try to challenge Hosmer with that throw to home plate? Game on.
Foul back, will do it again, 2-2. Single by Lindor, the two-base error charged to Pham in left field as a hop got by him to the track in the wall, getting Lindor to third. Snell strikes out McCann, now battling with Alonso. 2-2. Bouncing in, and Rivas does a great job of keeping it up the third base line, and then just because fires to third base. Lindor was back and standing on the bag when he threw it.
This one was tougher than the other one. Wow. Got that left shoulder. Lindor back to the bag. The throw down, and then Manny having a little fun with him, trying to push him off the bag.
8th pitch coming of this plate appearance for Pete Alonso, battling hard against Blake Snell. Foul back to the screen. We'll do it again. So as it works out for Snell, 2 career starts before today in which he allowed just 1 hit in more than 6 innings, both in 2018. Both times he lost the no-hit bid for the first batter in the 7th inning, as he did in tonight's bid. Extra base hits, a home run by Cleveland's Jose Ramirez, and a double by Washington's, at the time, Anthony Rendon. He's, of course, now a Los Angeles Angel. 3-2 pitch. Popped up. Here comes Hosmer. Into foul ground. Secures out number 2. What a battle that was with Pete Alonso, but in the end, Snell wins the battle.
Could not have asked for a better pitch and an even better result. There's the four-seam fastball. What did I say about the high fastballs tonight? Mets are chasing after it, getting underneath that one, popping it straight up. It's a home run in a phone booth. But right here, that's out number 2.
So 2 down. That was a 9-pitch plate appearance for Alonso. And here's Drury jumping on the first pitch and fouling it back to the screen. So 2 down and a runner at third. Drury has struck out twice, once looking in the second, swinging in the fifth. Snell's got 9 punch-outs in this game. That's strike 2. As Drury looking back at home plate umpire Quinn Walcott. Friar faithful trying to root on Blake Snell through the 7th inning. As they come to their feet, stand as one at Petco Park in San Diego. Hey, struck him out! Blake Snell. He's got it going on tonight. Lindor started the inning at third. He stays at third. It's 1-0 Padres, and it's time now for the ARCA game break with Mike Pomerantz and Mark Sweeney.
Well, folks, let's go all the way back to the first inning. The only run of this ball game came off the bat of Manny Machado in the bottom of the first.
You know what? Manny has had a very good career in 15 games against the New York Mets coming in tonight. There was no bigger home run, and especially against a left-hander. He struggled at times against lefties. Manny Machado knew it right off the bat. And, Mike, this was really an exclamation point tonight, especially for Manny. That power is back, and that's a good sign.
It is a 1-0 ball game here at Petco Park. A lot more action ahead, but before we get to what's going on here at the ballpark during the 7th inning stretch, here's a message from our friends at ARCO.
Matt says we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. 101 pitches for Snell, 10 strikeouts, and the 10th just happened to Brandon Drury with that runner at third base.
We saw a great display of big league pitching from Blake Snell in that inning. After the single error, Lindor at third base with nobody out. You think he's fired up? You bet. He made some big-time pitches that inning. You know, Donnie, the strikeouts were great, but I think the pitch of that inning was that one pitch to Alonso, keeping the ball, you know, in foul territory towards the infield, not allowing him to hit a sac fly to the outfield.
First pitch strike in there to Will Myers, who leads it off here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Drew Smith back out there. He pitched the 6th. He starts the 7th. Myers with a bunt base hit his last time up. Swinging away this time and sends it to left center field. That is a gapper all the way back to the track of the wall. Will is going to pull it up around second base. Got himself a leadoff double to begin the bottom of the 7th inning for San Diego.
Talk about squaring up a fastball. Will Myers just did it. Four-seamer, leaks, middle in. Oh, and he knew it. As soon as that ball was off the bat, he is thinking 2. If there's one little bobble, you think maybe 3. But he's going to score on a base hit. He's got decent speed for the big kid.
Myers at second to begin things in the 7th, and here is Jurickson Profar. Here's fly to left, fly to right, 0 for 2. Take strike 1. Charging from first was Pete Alonso. It's just the second hit Drew Smith has allowed since coming into the game. As they shift on here on the right side of the infield, but they keep it in the infield on Profar. And they're crashing from the corners on Profar here. You are working towards the bottom of the order. Webster Rivas on deck. And he did bunt at it. Down 0-2. Well, since the Padres hit a home run tonight, you get a free Jumbo Jack tomorrow with a purchase of a large drink.
Well, now with 2 strikes, up to that. Mets basically giving the Padres that chance to get that runner to third base with the way that the defense was positioned. Nice easy bunt down that third base line would do the trick. Now with 2 strikes, why not just drive him home? He's showing bunt. Pull back and swing. That hit him.
Oh, he gets hit instead. Profar down to first. 2 on, nobody out.
The more base runners, the better. Take one for the team there. Off the left knee.
Webster Ribas coming up here, and then out on deck in the pitcher spot would be Tucupita Marcano. He'll be batting for Blake Snell. And here comes the pitching coach Hefner again.
Boy, Lindor's doing a lot of talking in this meeting right here. Now catcher, pitcher going over what they need to do in case Ribas is going to put down a bunt.
I think they may have just charged them with 2 visits. And home plate umpire Quinn Walcott over now talking to Rojas. He first talked to Jace Tingler. Rojas trying to figure out why that is. They came out, they wasted a bunch of time there with the infield conversation, and then very late as he went out to break up that conference is when the pitching coach came out. So it was just like a stall, and then yes, it is. They're going to charge him for 2 visits there.
I can see that, yeah.
They're trying to buy some very serious time.
Yep.
First and second, nobody out for Webster Ribas.
Want to bunt it down the third base line here. Get that third baseman in.
That was tough to bunt, so he didn't.
Hey, remember, we mention it all the time. You move the defense in, corners are crashing, pull back, swing away. You never know what could happen.
Ribas tonight is grounded out to second, single to center, 1 for 2. Pulls it back, takes a strike. There is Familia out in the pen right now for New York. And nobody out, last of the 7th. Padres have stranded 4 base runners in this game. Have 2 on with nobody out. Trying to obtain some insurance as it's getting late. The bunt is dropped back to the mound. Going to third, and the force out there. Throw to first. Out there. Double play. So the worst possible scenario takes place there for the Padres. They get Myers on the force out at third base, and they turn it into a DP, getting Ribas, who does not run all that well at first base.
Nice athleticism right there by Smith. Getting to it to find a strike, and then across the diamond. Perfectly executed by the Mets.
So now Marcano, as Profar did get into scoring position at second base on the double play. So he's at second, and Marcano pinch hitting for Blake Snell. Ball 1. 175 average so far for Marcano this year with the Padres in 22 big league games. Foul back, and it evens at 1-1. Pierce Johnson looks like he'll be coming in for the top of the 8th. That's ball 2. Strike 2, and Marcano didn't think so as he spins out of the box. Jurickson Profar second base, 2 outs here in the 7th. Down low. Full count now. First base is open. Tommy Pham waits on deck. Top of the Padres order. Quiet night offensively. 0 for 3 for Pham. Did he go? No, and that is ball 4. So down to first goes Marcano.
Oh. Oh. Thank you.
Manager Rojas headed out there. Looks like he is going to make a change here with 2 outs and 2 on in the 7th inning with Pham coming up. And how happy is Drew Smith? Really felt like he went around, and he may have been correct. Pitching change from Petco Park in San Diego. It's 1-0 Padres. Bally Sports presents Padres Baseball, brought to you by Petco, official partner of the San Diego Padres. By Mozzie Heating, Air, and Solar. And by Knockaround Sunglasses. Two down, last of the 7th inning. Padres have a 1-0 advantage on Blake Snell's outstanding effort tonight. 7 shutout innings, 10 strikeouts through 101 pitches. As the veteran Jeurys Familia into the game.
Yeah, he's had one heck of a career as a New York Met. As many as 51 saves back in 2016 when he was a closer. Enters his 20th game. Familia's got a 2-seamer, a slider, a 4-seamer, and a splitter. 96-97. 17 and 2/3 innings of work and a nice ERA of 2.04 for the right-hander. He has yet to give up a home run this year.
Comes in with the first and second situation. Profar at second. Marcano at first with 2 down. And to face Tommy Pham, who tonight flied out to center, flied out to right, and grounded back to the mound. 0 for 3. 1 for 2 in his career against Familia. It was a single. Bouncing in for ball 2.
Well, when he can hit his spots and locate with that sinker, it's a nasty one. I mean, he bounced that one right there, but still tremendous movement. Tommy Pham's got to think center of the diamond, right field, big hole on that right side. Stacking it with 3 on the infield for the Mets.
Strike call, 2-1.
See the movement on that one? Straight down on that 95-mile-an-hour sinker.
Fouled off, 2-2.
And you can see why they stacked 3 on the left side. That two-seamer, that's tough to get inside out and take it the other way. The idea for Familia is he wants him to top that baseball and hit it to the left side to one of his infielders.
Ball 3, full count. Got Manny Machado waiting on deck. So you had runners at first and second with 2 down. They can get a start. Right now it's time to party. Three-two pitch. That's ball 4 and they're loaded. So Familia comes in and walks Tommy Pham to load the bases.
Great patience by Tommy Pham, passing it along to Manny Machado with nowhere to put him.
Home run in the first inning for Machado. Fly to left in the 4th, struck out swinging in the 6th inning. Ball 1. Ball 2. Bases filled with Friars. 2 down here in the 7th. Ball 3.
I think he got crossed up there. Did you see the way he tried to receive that last pitch?
Kind of fought it off.
Yeah. McCann was expecting a fastball. He got a breaking ball. Mets got lucky there, keeping that ball in front of him. Took away a strike, 2 possibly.
There you go. The bases loaded. Manning certainly with a green light. Profar at third, Marcano at second, Pham at first. Ball 40, walks in a run. Padres take a 2-0 lead. RBI for Machado. Back-to-back walks allowed by Familia. Now Jake Cronenworth will have a chance. Ball one. No real reason to swing at this point.
No.
Until he proves he can get it over for a strike. That's a strike on the outside edge. Up in the pen, the right-hander May. Trevor May. Ball two. Bases filled with Friars. 2 down, a run in. Strike two. Into the fastball at 96 to get it over. At times the closer for the Mets over the years. Bases loaded, 2 down, a 2-2 pitch. Fly ball, center field. Mason Williams will come in on it and make the catch that ends the inning. Padres get another run. It's 2-0 San Diego. To the 8th we go.
Francisco tonight, they had a 6-run second inning.
Yeah, Mike, and they took it on hard on Jake Arrieta. 4 home runs, and this San Francisco Giants team obviously is playing inspired baseball, but they are second in baseball with home runs. That is a shock, especially where they play.
Yeah, to think they're doing that in San Francisco, that's pretty impressive. So they lead right now 8-5. They're in the top of the 8th inning. Mark and I working on Padres Live, the post-game show brought to you by Cox Communications. Boy, this National League West is where all the action is, right? Between the Giants leading the division, Padres right there nipping at their heels, the Dodgers beating Atlanta tonight. Coming up in a post-game show, we'll break down all the stuff that is of interest and importance to you. We'll also hear from Jay Stingler, and we get you set for tomorrow, which we know is going to be a dynamic matchup when Joe Musgrove squares off with Jacob deGrom. Don?
We're looking forward to that. Looking forward to this. Pierce Johnson into the game as he takes over for Blake Snell, his best outing as a Padre. First hitter is Billy McKinney. Padres in a shift, and he'll take ball one. Jorge Mateo has taken over in left field for the Padres. Tommy Pham coming out is with the numbers for Pierce Johnson.
Pretty good year for the right-hander. 22nd game, and the strikeout is a big thing for Pierce. 27 strikeouts. Ten more than innings pitched for the right-hander.
Strike called. Well, the Mets are glad to see anybody other than Blake Snell tonight, who went 7 innings, 1 hit, no runs, walked a batter, struck out 10. Threw 101 pitches in his 7-inning effort. And again, didn't get a ton of run support, Mud. You were talking about it earlier, the lack of it.
Yep.
But gets 2. Padres with lots of chances have left 7 men on base.
Yeah, it's worth mentioning again, Blake Snell has received 3 runs of support or fewer in all 11 of his starts this season.
Close pitch on the breaking ball. Full count, though.
Wow. Ooh, we got squeezed on that one. It's a good curveball right there from Pierce. That's a legitimate strike.
Popped up, foul ground out of play. When the Padres strike out 9, your K9 wins. And yes, the Padres have struck out 9 or more batters, which means all Padres fans can visit participating Petco locations tomorrow and receive free dog or cat treats with Pals rewards. Visit petco.com/PadresK9 for more details. Padres with 10 strikeouts so far in this game. Peraza waiting on deck. That's batting in the 8th. Here's a payoff pitch. And that's ball 4. Leadoff walk for McKinney. Now a quick word from Kia.
Experience Kia's tough and ready lineup of all-wheel drive SUVs.
Leadoff walk for Billy McKinney. The last thing Pierce Johnson wanted to do. Peraza tonight is 0 for 2. He's lined to right, fly to left. Strike 1. $16,268 on hand tonight. 16,268 for the Padres and Mets. Game 2 of a 4-game series. Chop to third. Machado goes to second. Got him. Good stretch by Cronenworth. The throw was to the outfield side. And Cronenworth turned into a first baseman right there at second to get the lead runner. Nice play by Machado.
Manny, you are so cool. Going one way, has to throw it the other. Cronenworth doing his best impression as a first baseman, which he's played before, to get the lead runner. Just another day at the office for Manny.
We got a pinch hitter in Dominic Smith, who got the start at first base last night. Comes off the bench tonight's at bat with 1 out and 1 on. Padres in a shift on the right side, but they keep it in the infield. And he may have offered. No, says Nick Marley, third base umpire. He kind of punched at it on the bunt bid, but
yeah,
not agreeing. The third base umpire. Dominic Smith batting with 1 out and 1 on. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. Curveball fooled him.
Wow, bad hack on that number 2.
Strike 2.
May have gotten a call there on that curveball just off the plate.
good block by Ribas. With one out and one on. Padres pushing across a big insurance run in the bottom of the 7th inning. A bases loaded walk. And Manny Machado has both the RBIs tonight for the Friars. Struck him out. 2 down in the 8th inning.
And went back to the number 2. Oh, not even close.
Another pinch hitter coming up here now for the Mets. Travis Blankenhorn, who played in last night's game, comes off the bench here to pinch hit in the 8th. And takes a look at ball 1. .206 hitter with a home run, 5 runs batted in his first 10 games. On the ground right side, ranging Cronenworth. He's got it. Makes the throw, and Pierce Johnson works the 8th. We head to the bottom of the 8th, 2-0 Padres.
I'm coming in fast. First place, you coming in last. I'm hitting that gas. I'm hitting that loud commotion. We causing a commotion.
Padres enjoying a 2-0 lead as they come to bat here in the bottom of the 8th inning. They are out hitting the Mets 6-1 in this game. And some changes for the Mets as we move along to the bottom of the 8th inning. We'll start with their new pitcher, Trevor May.
Well, Trevor May, a 4-seamer slider and a changeup, mid to upper 90s. Has 41 relief appearances with at least 2 strikeouts since 2019. Enters his 22nd game. Opponents hitting .273 and more strikeouts, 25 in at 19 frames for Trevor May.
Dominic Smith's going to stay in the game and take over in left field after he pinch hit. And moving from left to center is Kevin Pillar. So it's on to the bottom of the 8th, and Fernando Tatis Jr. to lead it off here for the Friars. Runs charged to Joey Lucchesi, give up the home run to Manny Machado. Walk allowed by Familia to Manny Machado in the 7th inning, allowed an inherited runner to score. It's a ball and a strike now to Tatis. So the other run technically charged to Drew Smith. As the Padres try to add on to their 2-0 advantage here as it's getting late in the 8th. Fly ball, center field. Pillar moves over and makes the catch for out number 1 in the bottom of the 8th inning. This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the San Diego Padres and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres. One down in the 8th for Eric Hosmer. To center. Pillar will move back and reel it in for out number 2. That ball just kind of died. Looked good off the bat. 2 outs in the 8th. Comes Will Myers. Two-hit night tonight for the Padres right fielder. flied out to left in the second, and a bunt single to third in the fifth. Double to the gap in left center in the seventh. Shark sighting.
Land shark.
Breaking ball in there for a strike. It's a knee buckler right there. Strike call.
That's a nice breaking ball by May. Perfectly placed as well.
Looking ahead to the top of the ninth inning for New York. It's the top of the order. Kevin Pillar, Francisco Lindor, James McCann. Anybody gets on Pete Alonso will have a chance, so it's going to be tough. Two. At strike three. Myers knew it. Takes with him the first strikeout for Trevor May. We're on to the ninth. It's 2-0 Padres. Time now for the Bill Howe plays of the game. Blake Snell.
He had one heck of a night in the big leagues, that's for sure, especially with the way he's been pitching on the road. The last couple of times out on the road, not so good, but at home, coming in today's game with a 2.10 ERA. He was heavy with the fastball tonight. He actually went out there and it looked like he said, "Hey, Mets, see if you can hit my heater. I'll mix in some other stuff as well." But after those 7 innings, 10 strikeouts, only 1 walk, 1 hit, no runs for the veteran left-hander.
Two 2-0 Padres have the lead as Victor Caratini has taken over in behind the plate for the Padres for Webster Rivas. And this is probably for Melancon more than anything else in this situation.
25th game. Now remember, he did get the save last night, his 18th. He threw 14 pitches, so he should be good to go tonight. Opponent's only hitting 172. And as Don mentioned, last half inning for Melancon last night, he came in the ninth, 7-8-9-1. Tonight, top of the order, starting out with Kevin Pillar.
Mets have been held to 1 hit in this game as they come to bat in the ninth. That was the single by Lindor in the 7th inning. Strike one. Missing away, a ball and a strike. Pillar tonight 0 for 3. He's flied out to center, lined out to short, and struck out swinging. Foul to the screen, 1-2. Top foul over by the on deck circle. 1-2 pitch. In the dirt, did he go? No. Wintelstead, first base umpire, said he didn't offer. And it's 2-2.
Well, let's see what the umpires at home think. I thought he went.
Struck him out anyway. 1 down in the 9th inning.
It's the knuckle curve. Tough to lay off on that one.
One out in the 9th, and Francisco Lindor. Only hit for the Mets tonight, his single. Ball to goodbye, fam. He ended up at third base to begin the 7th inning. Over by the Padres dugout for strike one. One for two in his career against Melanson, a single. To center, and that's going to get in for a base hit. Second hit of the night for Lindor, and the Mets will bring the tying run to the plate just like that here in the 9th inning with one down.
Cut fastball, got in on him, down by the label, but he fights it off and dumps it in there to bring that tying run to the plate.
James McCann, number 3 hitter in the order, held hitless in tonight's game. He's grounded out to third and struck out twice, both times swinging, and in his only appearance against Mark Melanson, struck out. Strike one. Strike two. Got away from Caratini briefly, not far enough for Lindor to try it. And Melanson ahead of McCann here, 0-2.
Goes to show you how tough it is to lay off that pitch. Caratini, when a curveball is thrown by any pitcher, you have to anticipate that. He does a great job of smothering that one, keeping it in front of him.
Some serious tilt on that pitch.
Yes, nose to toes.
To it again, not going after it this time is McCann. Able to identify it, lay off. On deck is Pete Alonso. One out, one on, 9th inning. Strike three call. 2 down in the 9th inning, and McCann fired up and ejected from this game. ejected from this game. So McCann ejected, Rojas ejected, and we'll get a look.
Mark Melancon goes with a cut fastball in the inner part of the plate, trying to get the inside corner off the plate a little bit. Looks like McCann has a legitimate gripe. No doubt that ball is off the plate. Melancon gets the call.
And Walcott ejecting two. 2 down in the 9th inning. Pete Alonso coming up here for New York. Ball 1. Alonso is grounded to short, flied out to left, and fouled out to the first baseman. 0 for 3 night, but he's not alone in that category.
A lot of offers tonight.
Yes, indeed. Except for Francisco Lindor is the only one with hits in tonight's game for New York. He's at first with 2 outs in the 9th. Ball 2. Outfield very deep all the way around. Alonso will get a base hit to left field. Lindor to second base, and the Mets now have runners at first and second with 2 down.
Broke his bat, got in on him, and the thing here is there's that cutter. At least you keep Alonso from getting an extra base hit, let alone the ball out of the ballpark. It's station to station, shattered right there. Ground ball, the Padres can go anywhere to get out of this and end this ball game.
First and second, 2 down in the 9th inning. That's tonight with runners in scoring position. 0 for 3. 2 for 7 is Drury against Melancon. 0 for 3 tonight with 3 strikeouts at the plate, but all that was against Blake Snell. Time call requested by Caratini. Grounded foul over by the on deck circle for strike 1. Melancon struck out Pilar. Lindor with a single to center. Struck out McCann. Alonso with a single to left center. Now you got 2 on, 2 down. And an 0-1 coming up to Brandon Drury. Time called very late. Melancon was able to stop himself. Fly ball foul, and the Mets are down to their last strike. It's 0-2. The Friar faithful at Petco Park in San Diego will stand as one. Tap foul will do it again. Lindor at second, Alonso at first base with 2 down, and the Mets ninth. 0-2 pitch from Mark Melancon. On the ground down the third baseline, foul, and that time Lindor was off, taking off for third base.
Tried to field that foul ball too on his way past third base.
Tie his shoelace for returning to second base. He stuck him out. The Padres win. Melancon strikes out the side, and the Padres shut out the Mets 2-0. 12 straight consecutive wins at home for the Friars, the longest home winning streak in franchise history. And it has been made tonight with a 2-0 shutout of the New York Mets. It's time for Padres Live, the postgame show. Mike Pomerantz, what's in store?
Well, Donnie, this one was all Blake Snell and Manny Machado. Boy, the defense doing a nice job. Padres, as you say there, their 12th straight home win. So we're going to talk about that. And you're going to hear from Will Myers on Padres Live, the postgame show.